What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy Wormy, and I'm coming at you with another video. And today we're talking a little bit something differently. We're talking Vaush. That's right, Vaush. For those of you who are not aware of who Vaush is, this is a Twitch streamer. I think he still is. I don't think he's migrated over to Kick. I don't know if he ever will. But this is a I'm trying to think of my words here very politely, to the best of my ability, due to YouTube censorship and things of that nature. Yeah. Vaush is a socialist, blatant communist Twitch streamer who falls into the category of breadtube. This man is also a sophist. He likes to make his words and his arguments sound very appealing when in reality he's saying a bunch of nothing. He likes to say a bunch of vapid words when he's really saying nothing, but he makes people think that he has a lot of knowledge on social political things of that nature, and a lot of people think that he's right. Because of that, he's grown a massive following over on Twitch. Well, one of the key factors within Vaush and some stuff we'll get into here in a bit, but Vaush recently had a big mess up over on over on Twitch. And I'm going to play you the censored version of this because I want you guys to just know what happened.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. What?
Yeah, it was graphic for minors. So what happened, and I'll have another version of this. Vaush had his no-no collection get revealed. His no-no material get revealed. You know, the material you never actually put on your PC due to issues like this potentially happening. Yeah, he had a bunch of no-no material, particularly no-no material that involved hentai. For those of you who do not know what hentai is, that is graphic, and not really that graphic all the time, but graphic anime-inspired prawn. Yes, but not just any graphic anime-inspired prawn. No, Vaush had something very, very unique and very, very kind of disturbing come out. He had possession of, some people are calling it lolicon. I don't know if it was lolicon. I'm not going to do that big of an in-depth just figuring out if it was lolicon or not. You will never get me over here defending lolicon, by the way. I think that stuff's weird, okay? I just got to say it. For all my anime brothers and sisters out there, I think that stuff's weird. But supposedly he had lolicon, which is youngish looking characters engaging in sexual acts. But these particular lolicon weren't just engaging with any particular sexual activity. No, they were engaging with a sexual activity with a horse. Yeah. And now you might be sitting here thinking, well, Dermy, why the heck are you making this video on Vaush having his prawn collection leak out everywhere because of his own stupidity? Why the heck are you discussing that? Well, we're going to come over here to Flamenco TV's version of events, because I think Flamenco TV has a justifiable breakdown to what just happened and why a lot of people are actually discussing this. Now, I'll begin playing it right here.
What is it about anime that attracts Nazis? In this case, it's literally the pedophilia angle. It's that anime has a ton of f***ing lolly shit, and a ton of Nazis are hyper insecure in their masculinity, and they want like a trad wife or whatever, untainted by feminism, that they can control and manipulate because they have no other experiences.
You just hear what he said? Just hear what he said. You know what? I'll play it again for you, just to be on the safe side. Because this is what he said to why a lot of Yahtzee individuals are big into anime, and what he thinks of particularly people that are into anime, and why they are into anime.
About anime that attracts Nazis? In this case, it's literally the pedophilia angle.
Literally the PDF files. The PDF files, you know, the special files. Yes, that particular angle. And when he goes on to say it's because of all their lolicon stuff, everything like that, you know, all that stuff. And if you're into anime, you're a bad person, is basically what he boils down to. You want to control women. You want to do all this stuff with women. You're a vile individual if you are into anime, because you just want to harm children as well. Well, when, you know, we'll just play this out to its logical conclusion, shall we? I'll just continue playing.
It's that anime has a ton of f***ing lolly shit, and a ton of Nazis are hyper insecure in their masculinity, and they want like a trad wife or whatever, untainted by feminism, that they can control and manipulate because they have no other experiences. And anime is perfect for people with that kind of psychosis.
And now you just hear what he said. You just hear what he said. Anime is perfect for that kind of people with psychosis, people that are into pedophile stuff, and insecure with their masculinity, want to trad con wife, just want to control women, do all this heinous, awful things. Oh my god, you're vile if you're into anime.
A few moments later.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. What?
Now, I can't continue on because Flamenco TV does get a very, very, very close-up image of what was actually shown there. But for those of you who didn't see it, I'll just do it kind of right here, and then I'm going to hop it back off. It was a lot of anime girls, some of which appear to be lollies, you know, the young little ladies, engaging in acts with horses. Because by Vaush's own arguments, that means he's a pedophile. That means he's into this stuff. That means he is into heinous actions in regards to children because he's into anime stuff. He's into anime things. That's his own arguments being played out in front of us. Now, do I think he is one of those things? I just gotta say, well, let me just play you through some other things because Drama Alert was very, very, very thorough, distributing out a bunch of information on Vaush as a human being and some of his other arguments. I'm just gonna play a very small bit of this one for you guys because it gets very graphic. Do I think Vaush is a awful human being that is interested in heinous acts with children? Well, let's just hear from the horse's mouth.
Stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history chat, and we go like, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. Okay.
Just hear what he said there? Does he even care what he's relieving himself utilizing? He doesn't care what he's actually doing in regards to relieving himself. Then he goes back over what he actually just used, and oh boy, they look kind of young. Those are Vaush's own words.
Okay, I don't give a fuck. All right, I still don't care. I still think that like zoophile porn, like drawn stuff, it should be 100% legal. In fact, and this is going to be a real hot take, I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Consuming.
Gonna let that one sink in. This is what this man has been encouraging. This is what this man has been discussing. This is what this man has been going on dealing with. Constantly, we are getting more and more information going out there about who Vaush truly is. Now, as a guy like myself, I like to dabble within the political spheres. I've known a lot about this from Vaush for well over a few years now, and I'm just more excited to know that more people are getting their eyes on this. More people are starting to realize just how vile this man is. And when you go down again, back to the whole anime rabbit hole, back to everything he said, and when you get to his own stuff, you know, kind of leaking out there, and you know, some of that some of the honestly some nasty stuff that was revealed on it, it starts to point a little bit of a picture of who Vaush is as a person. One, he's a hypocrite. He's more than just a hypocrite, though. He's a sophist. He's a man that will try to use a lot of arguments to try to paint himself in a better light and have people actually agree with him. And he will try to deflect from actual criticism about him. So when it comes to the fact that, you know, he's been saying for years on years on years that you are interested into anime and stuff like that, you are one, a Yahtzee, and two, you are into heinous acts revolving around minors. That's why, because he's a sophist, because he's a hypocrite, because he's a vile human being, he's now coming out doing this to try to redirect the entire argument, redirect the entire discussion, get it more onto something else that also really doesn't help his case, but takes away from his own words and what some of the stuff is beginning to line up about.
Stuff is this or that, okay? I'll make it clear. You can write this down. I want to fuck a woman as a horse. None of this is a secret.
Yeah, that's what he has tried to redirect the entire argument to being. He wants to bang a woman as a horse. These are Vaush's own words. These are Vaush's tactics. This is what Vaush does for a living. He is a sophist. He is a vile human being. He's a man that will now start saying, well, I just want to be an animal. I just want to be a horse. I'm a furry now. But it will completely disregard the actual arguments being laid out, the actual reality that we are trying to point out in regards to his own arguments. When it started coming up that he had a hand tie revolving around potentially lolicon individuals engaging actions with a horse, when you have his own words talking about CP, child bad stuff revolving around children and things like that over on his actual channel itself. And then when you have his whole thing back here again saying that only people into anime are solely into pedos and, you know, heinous acts with children and stuff like that, you start getting a real good picture of who Vaush is. He's a hypocrite, he's a sophist, he's a monster of a human being, and my God, the simple fact that he has a following honestly terrifies me. Now, I don't give a crap about his following. It just terrifies me that this man has this much power on any of these platforms, and I'm just sitting here right now laughing that more and more people are starting to see who Vaush truly is as a individual. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.